There is still 50 seconds of overtime on the clock, so Hex is thinking about what they want to pick up here. They go with a Witch Slayer pickup, so it looks like they will be running Witch Slayer as a support. And it makes a lot of sense that they do pick up a support here, as heroes like Bubbles and Midas and Nitro all want a good deal of farm. They finish it off with a Lord Salforus, and that will be a pretty tanky frontliner for them to have to shield the Nitro from a lot of focus. Uh, Hellborn goes with the Soul Reaper into a Cursed as the last two picks. So they build some team fighting healers surrounding the Sapphire and the Pebbles. And that will kind of make their lineup a bit more durable from a lot of this burst damage that they have over on the side of Legion with the Midas, the Lord, the Witch Slayer, and the Bubbles. So they go for a more defensive route with the Soul Reaper and a Curse. Now the interesting thing is, how are these sides going to choose to set up their lanes? Um, Typically what we see is the Soul Reaper and the Accursed go into the off lane as a duo lane. It's very tanky and hard to kill. Pebbles will go into the mid lane, and then we'll see something like a Sapphire Glacius lane. Based on the players playing the heroes, it looks like we're going to see Lord Salforus in the short lane, Nitro in the mid lane, and then Bubbles. Looks like he'll be going top actually with the Midas. So they have two burst heavy escape style of heroes in the long lane with Witch Slayer supporting the Lord Salforus. So Glacius, he's kind of hanging around in the area here in the jungle. It looks like he could actually be going mid with the Pebbles. The thing about this, though, is it does leave Sapphire very vulnerable to some heavy pressure, as she will get contested by two players. But if they send the Glacius mid with the Pebbles, they are solely looking to control this mid lane, control the Nitro's farm, and get Pebbles an early portal key. So if they can achieve that, then they would be um, getting the good start on the Pebbles and hoping that Sapphire can get some decent farm in the short lane without giving up any kills, as well as if he does suffer, he can recover in the later stages. But safe to say they're looking to contest the bottom lane and the mid lane very heavily, as they are putting their dual lanes in those two lanes. So Witch Slayer and Lord against Soul Reaper and Accursed. Both lanes are very tanky. I think the most susceptible hero to dying down here is the Witch Slayer, as he's pretty squishy and there's no save from Lord Salforus. Whereas there's lots of heal and return damage coming out from the Soul Reaper and the Accursed. So the Witch Slayer, he needs to be very careful of his positioning in this lane. And we do see the dual lane, 2 versus 1. Nitro, he gets the, what do you call that spell? The Blast Off, and he knocks them both backwards. So he's already got 2 last hits here in the mid lane, so it's actually doing quite well, considering this is just the start of the laning phase. Pebbles sitting on 1 and 1. Looks like top lane, Sapphire, she's got a couple last hits, but more so going the way of Midas as he puts some pressure there on the Sapphire with the Golden Salvo. Bottom lane, 4 creeps for Lord, 4 creeps for Soul Reaper, so everyone getting some farm so far. Which they're going to do a pull here on the easy camp, stacking it once. They'll try to deny some farm here away from the Soul Reaper Curse. The Pebble Stun actually missed. I caught that right as I switched my camera, and that could be the difference maker in Nitro surviving, as he lives with around 100 life. That would have surely been the Bloodlust kill. As, okay, I was correct. There was a miss stun. So the 2-minute rune is going to spawn top. It spawns at double damage. No bottle yet on the Pebbles. He is 10 and 2 though in creep score. Bottom lane, we see some pressure coming out onto Lord and the Witch Slayer. Stun comes out from Witch Slayer. And Lord Self-Forest, he's gonna life tap, and it will kill the Accursed for the Bloodlust kill. And I gotta say, I was not expecting Accursed to go down to the Switch Slayer and Lord Self-Forest lane, but they're gonna maybe get the Soul Reaper as well? Oh my god, they get the Soul Reaper, so they get 2 kills on the, I have the wrong tab open, whoops. They get a double tap on the Lord Self-Forest, and that is not good news for Good Clan Rejects. That will boost Lord up to 480 gold per minute, so this is not what they were expecting to get out of this lane, as now Soul Reaper is sitting on 195 GPM compared to the 485 of Lord. But if we look at the creep farm, 14-0 against 10-0, so Lord also doing very well in the creep farm department. In the mid lane, we see another missed stun from Pebbles. Oh my god, that is very unfortunate. Nitro sitting on 7-0 against 18-6, so not doing the greatest, but considering 2 versus 1, he is getting a couple of last hits. How's the Sapphire doing? She's 18-1 against 18-3 Midas, so despite being 2 versus 1, Sapphire is actually getting some solid creep farm. Bottom lane, I missed the kill onto the Witch Slayer, so Soul Reaper gets a kill, and that will boost his GPM back up to 315. So they have slowly started to recover this bottom lane and bring the gold gap between Lord and Soul Reaper much closer. Nitro, he's gonna find himself an illusion rune, and this is the real Nitro down here in the bot lane. Oh man, Snooki. Snooki's up to something, man. He's trying to make this look like it's an illusion, but we can see this is the real Nitro. Man, this would be a next level play if he actually baits out something here from the side of Hellborn. I mean, he's just acting as silly as possible to to try to get them to go on them, but they're not gonna fall for it, as the illusion mid lane is taking way too much damage. He will in fact port his way back to the mid lane, and gotta say that was quite funny to watch. The stun does connect here from Pebbles. He throws him in the air. The freeze comes out from Glacius. A nice power supply coming out from Nitro, and he will actually survive with the power supply and the boots. I'm a little surprised by the Pebble. Yeah, I'm reading the spectator chat here, and I'm surprised there was no chuck back to Glacius. They would have gotten a couple extra auto attacks, and that would have been enough for the kill. Top lane, let's see. So we got 28-3 against 29-3. So pretty good creep farm on both sides here between Sapphire and Midas. Some heavy pressure coming out onto the Witch Slayer. Does Accursed have mana for a Cauterize? He does, but they're choosing not to go for it. Lord Self-Forest with the life too, very tanky to these heals. Throws out a life tap. He has the level 3 more Certissima. Witch Slayer needs to be careful. Top lane, a transmute lands onto Sapphire. Bubbles comes in with a Song of the Sea, with a Shell Surf Song of the Sea, and they have enough damage to bring down Sapphire. So the Sapphire was farming pretty good despite being 2 versus 1, but he ends up going down. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, they get the kill on the Witch Slayer. Lord Self-Forest uses the Undying on Accursed, but it's not going to be enough for a kill. And the shield gets put on Accursed. That will be the end of that. So Midas, he's sitting on 335. He is the second highest farmer in his team. But overall, the gold distribution is a little bit better for the side of Hellborn. They have 3 players getting some pretty solid farm. Midas is going to survive the combo from Sapphire and Glacius. Glacius ends up getting turned around on. He goes down. Midas will health pot himself, and they will be just fine. So they get the 1 kill on the Glacius, and oh, Sapphire. He's in a little bit of trouble here as he gets hit with the Silencer and Bubbles. The combo lands from Midas, and it will actually be a double tap for Bubbles. So the long lane of Midas and Bubbles starting to pick up some steam as they get a couple of kills. Miniaturization in the bot lane that will be removed by the shield from a curse. He throws out the Cauterize as well. And Lord Sulfuris picks up the Helm of the Black Legion. That is a very early helm. A curse. He's going to be hit with an Undying here. More Certissimo going to bring him low. The life tap, but he actually denies himself with the Cauterized Soul Reaper. He's going to be in some trouble now as Nitro is here with the Overdrive as the shots start to pile up. And they give up 2 kills. Well, they say 2 kills. They die on 2 players, but they end up giving up 1 kill over to the side of Hex. And Pebbles, he uses the Veiled Rot. He's going to run into Nitro, but a Blast Off will knock Pebbles backward. Sapphire, he is in the jungle right now. Glacius is up here in the top lane. Midas is all by himself, so see if they try to go for something here. Midas is going to do his best to juke here. He lands the Transmute onto Sapphire. Here comes a freeze from Glacius into the Reckless Charge from Sapphire, and Midas will get taken down to 84 life, but he will survive, just being a little bit too tanky for Sapphire and Glacius to handle. So he will actually port himself back to base. So we're going to farm some pull camp there. How's Pebbles doing? He's 1400 gold this Steamboat, so he's getting kind of close to his portal key. If all goes well, he should have that by around the 12-minute mark or so. Needs a few more creep waves before he can get the money for that. Bubble's going to do a nice job of getting the D ward here on the lane ward with that double damage rune, which he has that for another 12 seconds. So we have level 7 on both the Midas and the Bubbles. Regen rune will spawn to Pebbles. Sapphire Crystallize comes out as a port from the Soul Reaper comes in the freeze onto Bubbles, and he will get locked down. He will go down as Sapphire gets critted for that kill. Midas, though, he's hanging around in the trees here. Might look to try to get some creep kills here as he throws out the combo. Nitro still not having the best time as he was initially 2 versus 1. He's sitting on 175 GPM. So three players sub 200 GPM for the side of Hex, whereas only 2 players being the supports below 200 on the side of Hellborn. We see a 1000 gold lead in favor of Hellborn. Midas, he's going to go for the combo here on the Sapphire. Bubbles comes in with the combo as well, and they take out Sapphire for the 3rd time. So Sapphire, despite getting some solid farm, he is falling a few times here, so he will fall down to 250 GPM. Pebbles, I believe he just got money for his portal key, so it is an 11.5 minute portal key. See if he does show that in the future here. Nitro sitting on 700 life, I believe. He is in a combo range. He throws the toss into the stalagmites, and not enough damage for a kill. Witch Slayer is here. He's going to use the miniaturization. Here comes the overdrive and the silver bullet from Witch Slayer to follow up the graveyard stun, and Pebbles will go down despite just picking up his brand new portal key. Glacius has come to the top lane. Here comes the Kelp Field. on the Glacius. He's trying to juke in the trees. Here comes a shard into a stun. Glacial Downpour doing some good damage, and will they take down the bubbles? Yes, they will. The shield comes in onto Glacius just in time from a curse. Midas is going to be very low here, and he will hide in the trees. He's going to go for the TP, and it looks like they decide not to go for the chase. A curse is going to try to find him, but he has already ported out, so it ends up being a 1-for-0 in the top lane as Bubbles goes down. So Reaper going to stack the pool camp here. Look to continue taking away farm. I haven't talked a whole lot about Lord Self-Forest, but he had the early double tap. The, I want to say 5 or 6 minute Helm of the Black Legion. He's now picked up the Ghost Marchers, as well as the Mystic Vestments. He's sitting on 600 gold. Safe to say he could go for something like a Berry Riddle this game, as there's quite a lot of magic damage on the side of Hellborn, and they already have the Portal Key on Pebble, so they will most likely be looking to try to set up as many ganks as possible. Here comes a Blink combo onto the Bubbles. They take him out, and Pebbles will make his way back down the river. Midas is, actually, he picks up a Portal Key, so Midas has a pretty nicely timed Blink. He goes in with the Golden Salvo. He will miss, but the Overdrive is activated, and they will take out the Pebbles as the ports come in. Sapphire, he's going to put some pressure on the tower here. Cursed is level 8, but doesn't have a whole lot. Tower gets glyphed here, though Creep Wave will get taken out. Bubbles is here in the area. Who will get the tower? Looks like Sapphire does get it. Kelfield comes out, and here comes the TP, but the Crystallize, okay, it does end up going off, and they will not look to engage, as they will be content with the tower, it looks like. But meanwhile, Lord in the bot lane, he picks up the Shaman, so he might be looking for that Berry Riddle. Witch Slayer still no boots. Oh man, that's a very sad Witch Slayer. Top lane, I missed that completely. It looks like there was a Pebbles combo involved, and they take out the Midas with some team support. So they had enough burst to bring down the Midas, and double damage Soul Reaper. They might look to put some pressure here on the towers. They are grouped up as 5. I believe this tower will go down. Hex is putting pressure on both the mid and the bottom towers.
The Legion has destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Nitro goes for the brass knuckles, okay. Let's go for some build up.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Sapphire picks up a Mighty Blade and a knuckle, so looks like it's going for a shrunken head. And suppose he will need one eventually. There's a lot of magic damage here, as we see some illusions here in the bot river. But okay, there Witch Slayer gets the 700 gold. Looks like he now has money for some Striders. Top tower, or excuse me, mid tower does fall in favor of Good Clan Rejects. Top tower fell in favor of Hex, and they're still looking to continue fighting. They got the gnomes picked up on Soul Reaper. He picks up a glowstone, so it looks like he might be going for a Staff of the Master. They're just gonna keep pounding the damage in on this tower. It looks like Hex is not interested in fighting. They are just split pushing both the top and bottom lanes, with Lord taking some jungle. Icebrand, I believe, was just picked up by Lord, so he might just keep the Shamans and go into Dawnbringer. Midas is sitting on 2,000 gold. I'm wondering what he will go for here. If he'll go for something like a straight sheep stick, or if he will decide for some other mid game item. But the way the game is going right now, the Hellborn is doing a lot of grouping up, so I guess if he goes for a sheep stick, they can easily remove it with a curse as well, which is kind of putting him in a tough spot because then he would have to sheep the accursed first. Top lane, Midas gets the kill on the tower, or well, the creeps do. They take out the tier 1 down here in the bot lane in exchange. Witch Slayer with the Veiled Rod here. In the mid lane, Lord Self-Forest leading the way. That's a tanky boy. Nitro goes for a Mighty Blade. So it looks like the Nitro and the Sapphire have a very similar item build this game, with one having an ornament and one having a bottle. Everything else is almost the same. There's the Shrunken Head picked up on Sapphire, so she's actually sitting on 400 GPM. So with the tower kills, she has started to recover. Lord Self-Forest getting body blocked here by Soul Reaper. Here comes a miniaturization. The stun is actually going to miss from Witch Slayer, and Lord, will he make the escape? He's going to get stunned up by Pebbles and tossed back. Oh, that was very close to being a bad headbutt from Sapphire. But Lord ends up going down as the Glacial Downpour was also used. They had to use quite a lot of spells. They even used the Demonic Execution there on to Lord as he was very tanky. Bubbles in the bot lane. Looks like he's upgrading his spell shards, so he's going for the damage route. He sees a lot of magic armor on the side of Hellborn. Pebbles, he picks up a Mighty Blade. Looks like so this will either be Staff or Shrunken Head. I suppose Soul Reaper is going a Staff for sure. He picks up 2 pieces. And we could see Soul Reaper staff the Pebbles. It wouldn't be out of the question. And then this could be a Shrunken, which would give Pebbles an extra item slot. Which would be pretty nice. And the Soul Reaper is farming very well, so you could definitely look to upgrade the Pebbles. Midas up here in the top lane. I feel like Pebbles has an idea something's up. He goes for the dust, but oh, it actually misses. That's unfortunate. Pebbles has an idea he's up here, but doesn't know exactly where. So, Lord, I'm guessing the Frostburn will be what he goes for here. He might, well, he might actually go for a Frostwolf Skull. It's not out of the question. We'll see what he goes for here. Midas picks up a Jade Spire, so I wasn't expecting that actually. He has a Ward of Sight down here. He portal keys to the side. Oh my god, he avoids the dust again. That's pretty insane. He obviously has the Ward of Sight here, so he saw Pebbles coming in, but the presence of mind to blink here and avoid the dust again. Pretty heads up play. So Cursed, he's building a Barrier Idol. Pretty solid pickup there. Glacius has a tablet picked up. Pebbles getting close to his Shrunken Head, it looks like. Sapphire picks up a Steam Staff. So I think that looks like a Shroud. Blessed Orb and Shrunken Head. So it looks like Lord is actually going Frostwolf Skull. He is valuing the anti-kite, so he can run at people. Bubble's taking quite a bit of farm this game. Sitting on 285 gold per minute. The Nitro, by the way, has recovered. He's 375, but still not the most threatening with just the Shrunken. Similar to the Sapphire, they both just have Shrunken heads, so their damage output right now is not super scary. Bottom lane, we have the supports down here, but I don't think they're gonna go for anything. Midas picks up a post haste now to follow up the Jade, so this is like a strictly split push build. There's no... Oh! Whoa! Combo gonna whiff there from Midas. Pebbles able to portal key away in time. Sapphire looks like she wants to do some ancients here. There's no stack here currently for Legion. Soul Reaper, he has his completed staff now, and he actually has money for a staff upgrade. That was pretty quick actually, as there was this Shroud pickup on Sapphire. Pebbles picks up his Blink. Looks like where's he porting to? Oh, he's porting to top with an invisibility rune, so he might try to set up something here on the Midas, who nukes the creep wave. Pebbles is gonna run into him though, is the question. Ah, he might have saw him there. It looks like he saw him. He's trying to find him now. He's gonna run into him. He blinks. He blinks over for the Glacius. Stun's gonna come out into the Chuck, into the auto attacks. Midas doesn't have anything up. He will go down. But he did get the kill on the Glacius, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But it is not a good trade, for sure. But he did make something out of what was actually looking like it was going to be him just dying. He gets a kill on the Glacius first. By the way, Legion did Kongor. Missed that completely. Apparently they had the damage to do Kong. Bubbles with the shards 3. He's got 2,900 gold, so portal key, I'm guessing. Picks up the portal key. Alright, so second support Bubbles with spell shards 3 and a blink. Pretty decently timed too, 25 minutes, not that bad. Cursed has his barrier. 3k gold on the Soul Reaper. He still hasn't bought anything, so maybe he won't upgrade Pebbles. But I do feel like he should. Oh, okay. There it is. Top lane, which Slayer is Veiled Rotted? He's gonna hide in the trees here. Midas is gonna show himself. And is Pebbles gonna jump this? They even have Bubbles coming as well. They might know something's up here. There comes the staff upgrade onto Pebbles. He does jump onto the Midas. It chose not to try to go for the final auto attack as well. Interesting. Interesting. So Midas survives, Pebbles, Shrunkens, and ports out. Ooh. Oh, Sapphire got him. Sapphire got the Midas. Okay. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we have Lord leading the way. He already popped his Frostwolf Skull. He's trying to slow down the Accursed. Not gonna have it, though. Pebbles is coming in with Veiled Rot. He sees Lord farming here. He's gonna try to spot him. He probably knows he went for the TP. Oh! What? Oh my, what a TP coming out from Whoop. Holy crap, that TP was perfect. Pebbles blinked here and Lord was perfectly behind a tree in fog, porting out right next to him. That was insane. And then he went for the stun, but it was too late. Holy cow. That decision from Whoop to TP right at that exact moment was perfect. Pebbles gets a kill here on the Witch Slayer. They were both placing wards of sight, it looks like, so they get the kill. They're gonna take out the tower here pretty quickly, and they might just keep going. Ooh, there's a Rift Shards pickup on the Sapphire. I love the Rift Shards pickup. He's gonna be hitting so hard now with the shard as well, and they're putting some really good damage here on the tower. This tower might end up falling. There's no Witch Slayer up for 15 seconds. Midas is still up in the top lane. Lord has ported back, I believe, or whoever was mid ported back. The tower, it's going to get glyphed up here. We'll see if they do go for the tower kill. Soul Reaper, he's tanking it a little bit. It will actually get denied by Nitro. A toss back from Pebbles. Oh no! The Sapphire knocked the Lord back away. That was not what they were looking to do there. That's unfortunate. That could have very well been a kill on the Lord. And if the Lord died there, well, I guess he had a buyback. So it would have been okay. Here comes Bubbles with the jump. He silences them up. Kelfield comes out. Shrunken is popped by the Sapphire. The Crystal is down. He will headbutt the Bubbles. The Bubbles goes down. Meanwhile, in the background, the Witch Slayer ends up falling. Nitro uses the overdrive. He's going to try to escape. Here comes the Crystallize now from the Sapphire, and Lord, he will get frozen. The transmute does miss, and all 5 players are alive for Good Clan Rejects. They are going to use everything on the Lord Self-Force. He will go down. The Crystal Shard comes out, or Unstable Shard, but it's not going to do any damage, and they will get the racks. It will be the full set, and now they take a 6,500 gold lead and 4,000 experience lead. So they find themselves at a Rax lead. Midas, he's sitting on 3,000 gold. I feel like he has to get a sheep this game, even though they haven't accursed. Like, the pick-off potential of the sheep stick just makes his split pushing so much better as well. There's a tablet on the Witch Slayer. Soul Reaper buys a Shrunken Head, and looks like a Curse is going for a tablet. Command. Glacius picks up a portal key, so now she has tablet and portal key. Pebbles, 3,700 gold. Does he go for a Resto Stone here? Since he got given the staff from Soul Reaper, does he go for straight Resto? Does he have mana for the combo if he goes Resto? That's the question. I'm actually not sure if he does. Could go for like a demonic or a sheep stick as well. I think Pebbles has some options here. Shout out to Roof Roof Shard's level 3 on the Sapphire, so he's gonna start pumping out some damage. Kongor ends up falling in favor of Good Clan Rejects. Lord picks up a Mighty Blade. Is that going to be a Shrunken Head? I'm going to go for another defensive item, looks like. I think there was a Roof Shards 4 pickup. Man, Pebble's sitting on 4k gold though. That is a lot of money. Bubbles picks up a Tablet of Command as well. Nitro, I think he just recently picked up the Nullfire Blade. It's only level 1. So he has a Shrunken Nullfire, but he's still not feeling super scary with just those items picked up. What the heck is Pebbles gonna buy, man? He's got so much gold. I just hope that they don't take a team fight, because that's a big item they're waiting for. And they're also pulling a lot of gold in the Midas, so both sides have some pretty large items coming really soon. We see some grouping up mid lane from Hex, and all 5 players grouping up. Ooh, the ports are coming in. They're looking to defend here. Pebbles, is he going to go for the jump? Glacius comes in with a freeze onto Lord South Forest. Here comes the Shrunken Head. The toss comes out, the shard from Sapphire, and he does get the kill on the Lord South Forest. Here comes the Crystallize onto the Nitro. Bubbles is here in the area. He will silence up the Pebbles. The Pebbles actually can't get his combo off. Nitro gets the blast off. He pops the Shrunken and he turns it around and gets the kill onto Pebbles. That was really well coordinated there by Hex, as it was looking like Nitro was going to get gone on there. But Bubbles with a really nice silence to prevent Pebbles from getting his stun off. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Soul Reaper is going to get hit with the blast off. Silence comes in. They're going to lock him down with the Witch Slayer. The idol comes out from a curse, but it's not going to be enough. Soul Reaper going to get his Shrunken Head off, and he ends up going down. Now Soul Reaper, or Cursed, excuse me, he's going to get mana drained from the Nullfire Blade of Nitro, and a Curse will get chased down. He will go down. It ends up being a double tap for Midas, and well, Pebbles was already dead, so some good rotations back to the base from Hex. They are going to look to try to take out the Kongor here. Do they have the damage though? They need Lord. He just respawned, and they don't have the greatest hero to tank the right clicks here. Midas is here. He can throw out some heals potentially. Nobody wants to tank this Kongor. This looks funny. Well, Lord is here. He'll tank the Kongor. Well, he needs, I think, 2,300 gold, and then he'll have his Shrunken. So, another 500. Oh, Pebbles, is he going Hellflower? Oh, this could be Resto still. Picks up an Arcana. Nitro's gonna come in. Here comes the Shrunken Head, and Pebbles will port to safety. So they use the overdrive there. Force out a Shrunken Head use by Pebbles. Still sitting on 3k gold. Okay, there's a sustainer. So it looks like he will be going for the Resto. The Staff Resto combo. Which I'm actually not sure if he has the mana for it, but he does have a Chalice, so he can double Chalice before popping the Resto Stone. Sapphire, she hasn't bought anything, but she's sitting on 2,700 gold. See what she does end up going for. Plate Mail on the Soul Reaper. Looks like he'll be going for a Frostfield Plate, which it's a pretty nice item for them to have as well. Mid lane, I missed that completely, but Pebbles gets caught by 4 players. Looks like Witch Slayer had something to do with that. They might have also used the kill field. So Pebbles, I believe, had no Shrunken there. And Hex is going for a pusher in the mid lane with Pebbles being down. Might try to force out a buyback. Glacius jumps in very aggressively with the freeze though. He's going to tablet himself to safety. And Shrunken Head is popped by Soul Reaper. Lord Self Force is going to get tablet away from the shard. He's getting right clicked down by the Sapphire though. Will they go? Yes, he will! Sapphire will actually get credit for the kill. And Crystallize will come out onto all 4 of the remaining heroes. Here comes the toss, but he tosses Soul Reaper, and Pebbles will pop his Shrunken, and nobody's actually dying. What the heck? So out of the Crystallize, nothing ends up coming from it as everyone gets to safety. Wow, I am very surprised by how that turned out. As even the Witch Slayer, he makes it out with a tablet. Pretty impressive there from Hex to escape a complete Crystallize freeze. But they do have 30 seconds on the Lord Self Forest, and it looks like they are going to want to try to force a buyback or put some pressure here on the base in the mid lane. Tower is going to take some pressure here from Sapphire and Soul Reaper. Midas actually goes for spell shards, level 3. I was not expecting the spell shards. Dancing Blade picked up by Sapphire, so that will turn into a Ganjuro. Gonna add some extra damage now. Um, Nullfire Blade is upgraded to level 3 by Snooki. So he has the Shrunken Nullfire 3. He goes in with the Overdrive here. Shrunken Head is popped by Soul Reaper and Nitro. Some good pressure, but the heals are coming in. Here comes a stun onto a Curse. Sapphire jumps in onto the Witch Slayer. The Shard is doing a lot of damage. The Shard takes out, well, the Witch Slayer goes down to Soul Reaper, but a lot of Shard damage there. Double tap coming off for Sapphires. They get the kill on Bubbles in the background. And it's only Nitro and Midas alive. There are no buybacks on the supporting cast here for Hex, as it ends up being a 3 for nothing fight. A nice transmute on the Soul Reaper, but he gets removed. It ends up being a hat trick for Sapphires. They get the kill on the Midas, and he will buy back, but looks like that'll do it. Concevo comes out, and Good Clan Rejects will take this one over Hex with the Sapphire and the Soul Reaper duo core to follow up the Pebbles. So, looks like the Nitro didn't get to take off, and the Sapphire ended up recovering, so that will do it for that one.